Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We're going to start the 1907 World Series. We got the Detroit Tigers traveling to Chicago to take on the Cubbies. And let's get to the starting lineup here for this game. We're going to have for the visiting Detroit Tigers leading off playing left field Davy Jones. Batting second, playing second base is Germany Schaefer. Batting third, playing center field is Sam Crawford. Batting fourth, playing right field is Ty Cobb. Batting fifth, playing first base is Clyde Roseman. Batting sixth, playing third base is Billy Colligan. Batting seventh, playing doing the catching is Ball Smith. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Charles O'Leary. And batting ninth and on the mound for the Detroit Tigers is going to be Billy Delavan. And for the hometown and defending champs, Chicago Cubs, leading off playing center field, Jimmy Slaglin. Batting second, playing left field is Jimmy Sheckard. Batting third, playing first base, Frank Chance. Batting fourth, playing third base, Harry Seinfeld. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Johnny Kling. Batting sixth, playing second base, John Evers. Batting seventh, playing right field, Frank Schultz. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Joe Tinker. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, Orville Overall. And let's see here. That's all set up. See here with the cameras. We got ballpark, center field classic, and ballpark. And we're going to try this, see what happens here. And we're going to start this game, folks, as we're heading out to the West Park ball field. And we got leading off for the Detroit Tigers is Davy Jones. And in 1907, he batted .373 with no homers and 27 RBIs. He'll be going up against Orville Overall. And he pitched at a record of 23-7, pitched 268 innings, gave up 200 hits, had 50 earned runs, walked 69, struck out 141, and had a 1.68 ERA. And here's the first pitch of this World Series, folks. I think we got it on the pitch by pitch. It will take that off. So here's the 1-0 count to Davy Jones. And that ball is hit down the first, and that'll be out number one. And right away, we're going to get rid of this. Okay. Options. And game. We're going to get rid of this. Turn that to no. And we're not going to follow the ball either. See if this is better here. All righty. And that'll bring up Germany Schaefer. And in 1907, he batted .250. The pitch from Orville. And it's the 0-1 count. And that ball is hit in the right field. That'll be a can of corn out there for Schultz. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Sam Crawford. And Sam batted .323 with 4 homers and 81 RBIs during the season. And he's going to be first pitch swinging. That ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. So the Tigers with 2 outs got a base runner aboard here. And that'll bring up Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb hit .350 with 5 homers and 119 RBIs in 1907. And Sam's got excellent speed down there at first. Here's the pitch to Cobb. 0-2 count on Cobb. And that ball is hit down the short over to Tinker to Evers for out number 3. The Tigers strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Detroit nothing. Slag, Sheckhard and Chance do up here. And Jimmy batted 258, no homers and 32 RBIs. He'll go up against Bill Vaughn. And he was 25 and 4, 271 innings pitched, 222 hits, gave up 66 earned runs, walked 82, struck out an ERA. Here's the first pitch to Jimmy. And that ball is laced up the middle for a single. And right away, the Cubbies got a runner on at first and nobody out. And that'll bring up Jimmy Sheckhard. And he batted 267 with a homer and 36 RBIs during the season. And Jimmy Slag down at first. Excellent speed. Will he stay put? And here's the 1-0 pitch. And he's taking off for second. The throw down there is going to be too late. And he's in there with a stolen base. So now you got a runner in scoring position and nobody out. And here's the 2-1 pitch to Jimmy Sheckhard. And he lays down a bunt. And that's popped up. And nice play down there by Roseman. And that'll be out number 2. And the runner's still down there at second. And that'll bring up Frank Chance. Frank batted 293. He had a homer and 49 RBIs during the season. Can Chance deliver here? A single probably scores Jimmy for second. He's going to be first pitch swinging. That ball is hit down the third. He's going to throw over to first. That'll get the runner down the third. And now with 2 outs, a go-ahead runs 90 feet away for Harry Steinfeld. Harry batted 266. He had a homer and 70 RBIs in the year. Can he get a base hit here and put the Cubbies on the board? He's first pitch swinging against Bill. And that ball is hit into right field. Nice diving catch out there by Cobb. Let's take a look at that. Ty Cobb with a nice catch, saves a run. And the Cubby fans here are booing Cobb. So we go to the top of the second, still no score. We got Roseman, Colling, and Smith due up here. And Roseman batted 277 with 69 RBIs on the season. And here's the pitch to Roseman. And he whacks that ball in the left field rather. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Gets over the head. And he's in there with a double. So a leadoff double by the Tigers. They got a runner in scoring position for Bill Cullen. Let's change this view here. Action. Let's see here. And the action view. Let's go to the wide TV, see what this looks like. All right, and he's going to be first pitch swinging with the runner down, lays down a nice bunt over the first for out number 1. Maybe we will follow the ball with this view. So let's try that. Just experimenting around a little bit, folks. We'll follow the ball with that view, see what happens here. And now it brings up Ross Smith. And Ross, he batted 244 with 23 RBIs. And the Cubbies are playing the infield back, willing to give up a run for an out. Runner down at third and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Smith. And that ball is popped up in the shallow left field. And that'll be caught actually in the infield grass for out number 2. The runner stays put. Can overall get out of this inning with nobody scoring, folks. and that'll bring up O'Leary. And another thing we're going to have to do is when we exit this game is change the start times because we're playing in the night and they sure didn't play night games. So Charlie O'Leary's up now. And here's the pitch to Charlie. And that's going to be hit down the first. And that'll be out number 3. So the Tigers strand a runner down at third. We go to the bottom of the second. Kling, Evers, and Schultz due up here for the Cubbies. Johnny Kling batted .284 with a homer and 43 RBIs on the year. And here's the full count to Johnny. And that ball is hit in the air in the foul territory down near the third base dugout. And that'll be out number 1. And since that went off camera, we'll take a look at it here and slow and super stats replay. Just in front of the dugout for out number 1. That brings up Johnny Evers. Evers batted .250, 2 homers, and 51 RBIs. He's first pitch swinging here today. And that ball has also popped up. And that's going to stay in the infield for out number 2. 2 pop-ups, 2 outs. And it's up to Frank Schultz to get something going. He batted .287 with 2 homers and 32 RBIs. And that ball is laced in the left field. That's going to drop in for a 2-out base hit. And the Cubbies got a runner on at first for Joe Tinker. Tinker batted .221 with a homer and 36 RBIs. Frank down at first with excellent speed. And here's the 2-2 count to Joe. And Tinker hits that ball in the right field. Is it going to drop in? No. That'll be out number 3 in the Cubbies strand 1. We go to the top of the third. Still no score. And we got Donovan back to the top of the order in Jones and Schaefer. And Bill in 1907. We don't need no stinking DH, he says. Batted .266 with 19 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bill. And Bill's first pitch swinging. And that's going to be hit in the center field. Nice diving catch out there by Jimmy Slang. Robs Bill of a base hit. Let's take a look at that, folks. Almost didn't need no stinking DH. So Bill got a hold of this one, but a nice play by Jimmy. Dives and makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. Jones is 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Davy Jones. And he's monkeying around, pops this one up in the infield for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Mr. Germany, Schaefer. He's 0 for 1. Can he get aboard here with 2 outs? Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. And that ball is hit down the second, over to first. And that'll be 1, 2, 3 for the Tigers. To the bottom of the third we go. Overall. Back to the top of the order, and Jimmy Slang and Jimmy Sheckart. Let's see if Overall can get on board. He batted .213 with 9 RBIs on the season. He's no pushover either, and he's first pitch swinging. He hits that ball down the third, over the first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And to the top of the order we go. And Jimmy just made a nice catch out there in center field. He's 1 for 1, started this game off with a single. Can he get on board again? He's first pitch swinging against Orville. And that ball's hit up the middle. Nice diving attempt, but it sneaks through. And again, Jimmy's aboard with 1 out. And that brings up the other Jimmy Sheckard. He's 0 for 1. Will Slang stay put at first? Got excellent speed as Tim D joins us here in Chicago for the first game of the World Series. And he's taken off again. And again, no throw. So Slang steals his second base of the game, and he's in scoring position with 1 out. And Sheckard delivery here. A base hit probably scores him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball is hit in the center field. It drops in for a base hit. He's rounding third, headed for home. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man, and he's in there safely. And the Cubbies go up 1-0. Still 1 out, and now you got the other Jimmy down at first. Sheckard with excellent speed, and Frank Chance at the plate. Frank's 0 for 1. And here's the first pitch to Frank. That ball's taken inside, and then Jimmy's off and running, and he's in there. That's the third stolen base for the Cubbies. They're running like fools. Yeah, catch was sweet, wasn't it? Yep. So now again, you got a runner down at second in scoring position for Frank Chance with excellent speed. Frank Chance, can he deliver a RBI single? Here's the 1-2 pitch to Chance, and he gets wood on it, hits down the third. Runner's going to make it down the third, but now there'll be 2 outs, and up steps Harry Seinfeld. He's 0 for 1. Jimmy down at third, waiting to be driven in. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Seinfeld, and that's hit down the short. That should end the inning, but the Cubbies score 1 and take a 1-0 lead into the fourth. We got Crawford, Cobb, and Roseman due up here. Sam's 1 for 1, and he's first pitch swinging against Orville, and that's going to be hit down the first for out number 1. Nice play by Chance. Grabbed it on the fly. That brings up Ty Cobb, who had an excellent catch out in right field. He is 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Cobb. Cobb hits that down to Tinker. Tinker over the Chance for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for the Tigers. It's the battle of the animals here, the Cubs and Tigers and Bears. Oh, my. Roseman's up now. He's 1 for 1. Anything we need is a line to come out here from Detroit. And that'll be hit down the Chance. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tigers. And we got the Kling, Evers, and Schultz due up here. Cubbies up 1-0. Johnny Kling's 0 for 1 today. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Kling. Hey, Aaron. And Kling hits that down to third. Over to first for out number 1. Nice play down there by Cullen. And we got 1 up. Johnny Evers is up. He's 0 for 1. And he's first pitch swinging against Donovan. And that's a CNI single right up the middle. Johnny Evers down at first with 1 out. Johnny's got excellent speed, and that steps Frank Schultz. He's 1 for 1 today. Will Johnny stay put or try to get the 4th stolen base for the Cubbies? And that's a ball sound down the second. They finally get a runner thrown out. O'Leary puts on the tag, and Johnny's out at second. 2 outs now, nobody on. And the 0-1 pitch to Frank Schultz. And, of course, he'll probably get a base hit because that's what always happens after a stolen base, and Frank gets a base hit. And, of course, if the runner would have made it down the second, he'd have been probably scoring. Now we got 2 outs, a runner down at first for Joe Tinker, and Tinker's 0 for 1. Will Schultz stay put down there? Here's the 2-2 pitch to Tinker. And that's going to be hit in the right field. Drops in for a base hit. And Schultz is heading for third. Here's the play at third, and he's in there safely. That ball gets away. He's headed home, and that's a 2-0 ball game. Ty Cobb with a throwing error, folks. And now we got a runner in scoring position after Cobb made a hell of a catch out there earlier in the game. He throws this one away. Let's look at that again. Ty Cobb airmails this one. He looked like he was trying to throw this ball back to Detroit. And it goes into the dugout. And that's a error on Cobb. And the Cubbies up 2-0 now. At the very least gets overall up. He's 0 for 1 today. But again, he's not a bad hitting pitcher. He's first pitch swinging again. And that ball is hit down the first, and that'll be out number 3, and that'll end the inning. But the Cubbies score an unearned run and take a 2-0 lead. We go to the top of the 5th. We got Bill Culligan, Smith, and O'Leary due up here. Bill might have walked his first time. It's anything I don't like about out of the park. It doesn't tell you what he did his first at bat. We just know he didn't have an official at bat. So here's the 3-2 pitch to Bill. And that ball is laced in the left field. That's up against the wall. And he's going to have a stand-up double to lead off this 5th inning. So the Tigers in business. And that brings up Smith. And Ball Smith's 0 for 1. Bill down at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Smith. And that ball is hit down the left field. And that's going to be caught out there. Nice diving catch by Jimmy Sheckard. And that keeps a runner from scoring. Let's look at that again. Nice diving catch. The outfielders are playing some hellish baseball out there, folks. Sheckard reaches out and catches that one. So now you got 1 out, a runner down at second for O'Leary. O'Leary's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be laced back up down the third over to. Nice play down there by Steinfeld. Man, they're hitting the ball hard against overall, but right at somebody, folks. Let's look at this again. Jimmy didn't even have to move down there. So Bill's still down at second, and that brings up the pitcher. See if he can do something here. Bill's 0 for 1. And that ball is hit down the third. A little easier play over to first. And they strand the leadoff double at second. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-0 Cubbies. We got the top of the order due up here for the Cubbies. The Jimmies and then Frank Chance. And Slang's 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases. So here's the pitch to Jimmy. Can he get on board for the 3rd time today? And that ball is hit in the gap in right field. And nice catch out there by Crawford. Just robbed Jimmy of a base hit. He should have been 3 for 3. Let's look at that. Nice defense, I'm telling you. Crawford goes all out for this one. Would have probably been a double. Instead, it's an out, and up comes Sheckard. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI today. Here's the full count to Jimmy. He laces this ball out into right field, and a nice catch by Cobb. 2 great catches out in the outfield. Robs 2 hits. Oh, Bill has got to give a tip of the cap to his outfielders here. Cobb trying to make up for that error. Nice play out there. And that brings up Frank Chance with nobody on. Chance is 0 for 2 today. Should be least first and third. Here's the pitch to Frank. He hits this one in on. He drops it in for a base hit in the left field. So Chance is aboard. Imagine what would have happened without those 2 great plays. See how long Chance stays down at first with 2 outs. I'd be sending him. Steinfeld's up. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. And that ball is hit down the short. He'll go over to second for the easy out. And that'll end the inning. The Cubbies strand 1. What could have been without the defense out there? We go to the top of the 6th. We got the top of the order. We got the Monkeys, Davy Jones, and then Schaefer and Crawford due up here. Davy's been monkeying around. He's 0 for 2. Can he get on base? Here's a full count to Davy. And he takes a base on balls. That's their first walk of the ball game. And that'll bring up Mr. Schaefer. And he's 0 for 2. Jones down at first with excellent speed. Tigers down by 2. Here's the first pitch. He bunts it down the mound. Nice diving play. He goes to second. Then they don't get the double play. That was off target. Now you got runners on first and second. Took a chance and didn't go for the sure out. And now, like I say, the tying runs down at first. Don't know what he was thinking there, folks. A little too aggressive. That brings up Sam Crawford. He's 1 for 2 today. Jones down at second with excellent speed. Schaefer at first, excellent speed. A double could tie this game up. He squares around the bunt and misses it for strike number 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Sam. He bunts it foul again. So he's missed 2 attempts to keep the bunt on. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Crawford. He's swinging away. That ball's hit down the second over the Tinker. Now it'll be 1 out, but the runner gets down the third. They couldn't do the Evers to Tinker the chance. Oh my. Cobb's up now. Cobb's 0 for 2. Runner down at third. They're playing for the double play. Excellent speed all around. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Cobb. That ball is hit down the Everett. He's throwing home the play at the plate, and he's safe. Cubby's not using very good baseball smarts here. That's 2 possible outs they could have hadn't been out of this inning. So now it's a 2-1 ball game and runner down at second for Roseman. And the go-ahead run at first in Cobb. And Roseman's 1 for 2 here today. And that's a swing and a miss, a big strikeout by Overall. And now there's 2 outs, runners down at first and second. As Overhaul, that was his first strikeout of the day. And we're going to have a pitch hitter, and Matty McIntyre comes up to the plate. He batted .284, no homers and 9 RBIs. See if this is going to work here for the Tigers, trying to bust the game open here. And that ball is hit down the first. Chances got it, and that ends the inning. But the Tigers get a run aboard, and now the Cubbies lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And Bobby Lowe comes in and plays third base now. And we got Kling, Evers, and Schultz due up here trying to get this run back that they just gave up. Johnny Kling is 0 for 2. And here's the pitch to Kling, the 2-1 count. And that ball is hit in the air in the foul territory, and that'll be out number 1. So Roseman makes the catch. And Johnny Evers steps up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Johnny. And Johnny hits it at a mile high in the air, waiting for it to come down, and that'll be 2 pop-ups and 2 outs. So it's up to Mr. Schultz to keep this inning going. He's 2 for 2 today. Can Frank make it 3 for 3? And he's aboard with a walk, so he's still perfect today. Look at him doing the electric slide down to first base, folks. And that brings up Joe Tinker, and he's 1 for 2. Schultz down there with excellent speed. Will he be staying put? Here's the 1-1 pitch to Joe. And he puts the wood on this ball, hits it out to right field. Cobb should have it for out number 3. The Cubbies strand 1. We go to the 7th. Cubs hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Bottom part of the order due up here. Smith, O'Leary, and Donovan. And Smith is 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Overall. And that ball is popped up a mile high. And who wants it? And it'll be Tinker down at short, makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up Charlie O'Leary. He's going to make sure his cow doesn't get away from him this time and burn the city down. And he's first pitch swinging. That ball is hit down the third, over the first. Nice play by Steinfeld for out number 2. So it's up to Bill Donovan to get a 2-out rally going here. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bill. Can he get a base hit? That ball is hit slowly down the short. Tinker fires over the first, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go to the Tigers. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. We got the bottom part of the order due up Overall, and then back to the top in the 2 Jimmies, Slang and Schreckard. And Overall is 0 for 2. Can Oliver get on base here? He's first pitch swinging. Here's the pitch from Bill. He laces it down the short. Easy play. Out number 1. And that'll bring up Mr. Slang. He's 2 for 3, and he's stolen 2 bases today. And he's first pitch swinging. That ball is lifted into the air in center field. And that'll be caught out there by Crawford for 2 up and 2 down, as the crowd's really gotten quiet here on the west side. And that brings up Schreckard. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And here's the 3-2 pitch to him. And that's going to be popped up in the shallow left field. That drops in for a base hit. I thought for sure that ball would be caught with all the great plays that we've seen today. Let's look at that again, as Davy Jones doesn't get a very good jump on the ball. So now with 2 outs, you got Jimmy down at first for Frank Chance. Here's the pitch to Chance. He's first pitch swinging. And off goes Jimmy, and they're going to get him by a country mile, folks. That'll end the inning with Chance still at the plate. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 2-1 Chicago. We got Jones, Schaefer, and Crawford at the top of the order. Davies 0 for 2. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Can he take advantage of this batter's count? And that's a walk, so the tying run's aboard. And that'll bring up Schaefer. And Germany is 0 for 2. Will Jones be staying put down there at first? Here's the first pitch. He's bunting. That's back to the mound this time. Overall goes to first, gets the out. And there's a runner down at second, 1 out for Sam Crawford now. Sam's 1 for 3 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Sam. And that ball is hit down to Johnny at second, over to first. The runner will get down to third, but now there's 2 outs, and Ty Cobb's up. If you're a Tigers fan, this is who you want up in this situation. A runner down at third, 2 outs. Yeah, something, didn't he, Tim? Like I say, he misplayed that one, worth the drop in for a hit. Let's see if Ty Cobb can deliver. He's 0 for 3 today. He does have an RBI, though. The 1 run he did drive in. And that ball is hit hard in the right field, and this game is tied. Ty Cobb with 2 RBIs on the game. It's 2-2. Cobb down at first. See how aggressive Cobb will be. Well, he tried to get in scoring position for Roseman. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Roseman. And that handcuffs him. He drops the ball, but Cobb's not going nowhere. Nice play back there by Kling. And that'll be a 1-2 count now on Roseman. Cobb still down at first. And that ball is hit down the first. Sorry, hit in the right field. That's going to be a wow. Cobb's going to be rounding third. He's headed home, folks. And all of a sudden, the Tigers now have a 3-2 lead with a nice double. Let's take a look at that again. Cobb gets all of that. Drops in, bounces off the wall. They didn't even throw home. So 2 runs so far here in the 8th. And Bobby Lowe's up, his first plate appearance since coming in the game at third. And Roseman down there at second. And that's going to be hit down to Frank Chance. That'll be out number 3, but not until the Tigers score 2 and take a 3-2 lead. Can the Cubbies come back here? They got Chance, Steinfeld, and Kling due up. Frank's 1 for 3. He was up the bat when Jimmy Schrecker got thrown out trying to steal second. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Frank. And that is hit into right field for a base hit all the time. Every time somebody gets thrown out, it seems like they get a base hit. That brings up Steinfeld. Well, Frank Chance stayed put down there at first. Here's the first pitch to Harry. And he squares the bunt down the third, over to first. And that'll be out number 1. But the tying runs in scoring position with excellent speed. Johnny Kling's up. He's 0 for 3. Can Johnny deliver here? A 1-out base hit probably ties this game up. And that ball gets away. Frank Chance is going to head down the third. The tying run's 90 feet away. So now, even an out might score the run. The Tigers bring the infield in. Can Johnny Kling get it past this drawn in infield and tie this game up? Here's the 2-0 pitch to Kling. And that ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. The Cubbies come right back, tie this game up. And the go-ahead runs down at first, and Johnny Kling. It's 3-3. Johnny Evers is up now. How long will Kling stay down there at first? Will he be taken off? Here's the first pitch to Johnny. And Kling is off running, and he's going to be thrown out. So that's the second runner thrown out today, maybe the third. He was very successful early, but give Smith some credit. He's been throwing them out now. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Evers. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Johnny. This is a wild game, ain't it, Tim? And that ball is hit in the right field. And a nice catch out there by Cobb, and that'll end the inning. But the Cubbies score 1 and tie this game up. We go to the top of the ninth, knotted up at 3 apiece. Smith, O'Leary, and see if Bill will bat for himself. Smith's 0 for 3. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Bill, or Boss. And that ball's hit out the right field. Schultz makes the catch for out number 1. And we'll have a pitch hitter here. Ed Killigan comes out. He batted .320 with 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch for him overall. And he's first pitch swinging. And Killigan hits that ball down the tinker over the Chance. 2 up and 2 down. And they're going to let Bill come up the bat here, folks. So he's going to be pitching the bottom of the ninth. Here's the full count to Bill. And he takes ball 4. He walks the pitcher, folks. So the go-ahead runs down at first for Davy Jones. Davy's 0 for 2 today. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jones. And that ball's hit down to Johnny Evers over the Chance. That'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Cubbies tied up 3 apiece. They got the bottom part of their order due up. Schultz, Tinker, and Will overall bat. Schultz is 2 for 2. And he get on base for the third time here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from from Bill. Down the second, over the first. 1 out here. And that brings up a pitch hitter. And Peaches Scram comes out. And Peaches didn't even have an at bat during the season, it says. So don't understand this move. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Peaches. That ball is hit in the right field. It drops in for a base hit. So I don't understand the move, but it pays off. If Peaches is aboard with 1 out, go at the winning run down at first, and they're going to let Orville bat. Will he be laying down a bunt? Peaches don't have that great of speed down there. Here's the 1-1 pitch to overall. And that ball's hit up the middle for a base hit. We don't need no stinking DH. And well, we got the winning run down at second, and to the top of the order we go. Slang's having a great game. He's 2 for 4. Can he get a base hit? It might take a double to score Peaches. Here's the first pitch to Jimmy. And that ball is hit down the second, over the first for out number 2. Now you got second and third for Sheckard. And the Tigers trying to keep this a tie ball game and go into extras. Sheckard's 2 for 4. He's got an RBI. Can Jimmy get a base hit here and win this game for the Cubbies? Here's the full count to Jimmy. He laces that ball down the second in the right field. The Cubbies win game 1 with a walk-off single by Sheckard. What a game, folks. What a game. Nice job by the Cubbies to win this game in the 9th inning. And unfortunately, it won't let you look at that again. And that's another thing I was hoping they would fix. And the 25 version is letting you replay the last play of the game, but it doesn't. And let's take a look at the box score here. Tigers 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. The Cubbies 4 runs on 14 hits and an error. How many runners did they leave on base? The Cubbies left 8 men on base. Seemed like it should have been more. That was a great game, wasn't it, Tim D? Yeah. Let's see here for the Tigers. Davy Jones was 0 for 3. Roseman was only batter with 2 hits for the Tigers. He was 2 for 4. And let's see who had some stolen bases here for the Tigers. And I don't think they had any stolen bases. Doesn't look like it. Nope. The Cubbies, you had the Jimmies doing well. Slang and Schreckard, they was a combined 5 for 10. Slang was 2 for 5. Schreckard 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a game-winning single. And you had Frank Schultz was 2 for 3. You had Slang and Jimmy Slang had 2 stolen bases. Schreckard 1, and Schreckard, Kling, and Evers both was thrown out. Overall, I had that error down at first, and don't forget the big error by Ty Cobb to let that first run score for the Cubbies. Bill goes 8 2/3, gives up 14 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Walked 1, didn't strike out a soul. Overall goes 9 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, and struck out 1. This World Series keeps going like this from the West Side, and we're going to have some hellish games. I want to thank Tim D and Aaron Reed for stopping by. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. And on your way out of Chicago here on the West Side Park, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great afternoon and take care.